Have you ever thought about what happened to the rap legends you loved back in the day? It's strange, but some of them seem to disappear as if they'd fallen into the Bermuda Triangle of the music industry. From unexpected exits to shocking scandals, legal troubles, and mysterious turns, this video is filled with surprising revelations and nostalgic moments. Why did these chart-topping artists fade from view? Was it the industry, personal decisions, or just bad luck? Come along with us as we explore the dramatic stories of 15 male rappers who have vanished from the spotlight. Chingy. Let's delve into the story of Chingy, born Howard Earl Bailey Jr. He's now 44 years old and is known for his rise in the early 2000s as a prominent figure in the rap scene. Chingy kicked off his career by touring as an opening act for fellow rapper Nelly in 2002. That same year, he made a significant move by signing with Ludacris's record label, Disturbing the Peace. By 2003, Chingy released his breakthrough hit single, Right Thur, which skyrocketed to #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. This track was a staple of the era, alongside other hits like Holiday and Pulling Me Back. With collaborations featuring big names such as Ludacris, Snoop Dogg, and Tyrese, Chingy was living the dream, enjoying a lifestyle filled with bling and chart-topping tracks. However, as the years rolled on, fans began to notice a shift. The catchy hooks and lively beats that once dominated the airwaves started to fade away, leaving fans in the dark. This decline in his musical output was compounded by a controversy that took many by surprise. It all stemmed from a single photograph with a transgender woman named Sydney Starr. While performing, Chingy was approached for a picture, and this seemingly innocent moment would come back to haunt him. 2 years later, Sydney publicly claimed to have had a romantic relationship with Chingy, a statement that sent shockwaves through the industry. At the time, being associated with anything outside the conventional norms of masculinity was seen as damaging for a rapper's career. This controversy led to significant backlash, and ultimately cost him a record deal he had been negotiating with Interscope, a blow that he describes as feeling like the beginning of the end for his career. Chingy has also faced turmoil related to his relationships within the industry. He has spoken candidly about accusations that Ludacris and Shaka Zulu, co-founder of DTP, were stealing from him. His lack of legal representation during his rise meant that many of his contracts and dealings were handled without proper oversight, leaving him vulnerable. After his mother hired a lawyer who reviewed his contracts, it was suggested that the label had been taking advantage of him. This revelation caused confusion for Chingy, who was grappling with the shock of losing his career momentum amidst such chaos. Despite these ups and downs, Chingy remains active and has an estimated net worth of around $2 million. While he may not be as prominent in the spotlight as he once was, he's still a beloved figure from an era that many remember fondly. Additionally, it's worth noting that Chingy's legacy continues through his family, as one of his sons is following in his footsteps in the entertainment industry, acting in the TV series Family Reunion alongside Tia Mowry. Mystikal. Born Michael Lawrence Tyler on September 22, 1970, in New Orleans, Louisiana, Mystikal emerged as a dynamic force in the hip-hop scene in the late 90s and early 2000s. Known for his energetic delivery and distinctive style, he quickly garnered attention, collaborating with heavyweights like Jay-Z, Ludacris, and Missy Elliott. Mystikal's albums achieved multi-platinum status, and he received several Grammy nominations, underscoring his significant impact on the genre. His unique talent seemed abundant, with hits like Danger and Shake Ya Ass showcasing his lyrical prowess and rhythmic flair. Tragedy struck Mystikal's personal life in 1994 when he found his sister, Michelle Tyler, dead on his 24th birthday, having been stabbed and strangled. The incident left an indelible mark on his life, particularly as her boyfriend at the time, Damian Neville, was acquitted of the murder due to insufficient evidence and a recanted confession. However, Mystikal's career has been marked by a series of tumultuous legal issues that have complicated his life and career. In June 2003, he pleaded guilty to sexual battery and extortion, stemming from an incident involving his hairstylist. He and two of his bodyguards were accused of forcing the woman to do the wrong things, believing she had stolen $80,000 in checks from him. Initially claiming the act was consensual, Mystikal's defense crumbled when a videotape of the incident was discovered at his home. The situation escalated, leading to a 6-year prison sentence after the judge viewed the tape and considered Mystikal's previous arrests for drug and gun possession. His legal troubles didn't stop there. While serving his time, he was charged federally with failing to file tax returns for the years 1998 and 1999. He was convicted on those charges and served the 1-year federal sentence concurrently with his state time, ultimately being released from prison on January 14, 2010. Following his release, Mystikal registered as a sex offender. In 2012, Mystikal faced further legal challenges when he was arrested after a domestic dispute with his partner, leading to a misdemeanor charge of domestic abuse battery. He was sentenced to 3 months in jail for violating probation from his previous convictions. In 2017, Mystikal turned himself into authorities after a warrant was issued for his arrest related to a rape charge, which he faced for another alleged incident. He was held at the Caddo Correctional Center with a bond set at $3 million until he was able to post bond in February 2019. These continued legal issues have further complicated his attempts to rebuild his career and reputation. Despite these setbacks, Mystikal attempted to re-establish himself in the music industry, but the landscape had shifted during his absence. He found it challenging to regain the same level of prominence he once enjoyed. At 54 years old, he remains a figure of intrigue, with an estimated net worth of $2 million, a significant decline from his peak, but still a testament to his past successes and enduring influence. Hurricane Chris, born Christopher Gerard Dooley, Jr., on March 27, 1988, in Shreveport, Louisiana, Hurricane Chris is an American rapper who shot to fame with his infectious 2007 single, A Baby. At 35 years old, he made a significant mark on the hip-hop scene, captivating audiences and filling ringtone libraries across the nation. The success of his debut album, 51/50 Ratchet, which sold an impressive 60,000 copies in its first week, established him as a rising star in the music industry. He even garnered the attention of Hollywood, famously having actress Halle Berry dance to his track Halle Berry, She's Fine. Despite this early success, Hurricane Chris faced challenges that would soon overshadow his music career. The rapper's path took a dramatic turn in 2020 when he was arrested and charged with second-degree murder following a shooting incident at a convenience store in Shreveport. The victim, Denaria Ferris Jr., succumbed to his injuries, and Hurricane Chris claimed he acted in self-defense during a struggle over his vehicle. Fortunately, after a tense trial, he was found not guilty, as the court determined that he had been defending himself against an attempted car theft. However, the legal battle took a heavy toll on his career and personal life. Hurricane Chris revealed that the incident cost him not just legal fees, but also critical professional opportunities. "I lost every contact in my phone. I couldn't even contact Vlad. I lost my Facebook. I was doing the majority of my bookings through my Facebook," he lamented. "When I lost the phone with Facebook, it caused for Facebook to get hacked, so now Facebook's gone. I missed cars for acting agencies with movies. I stopped getting bookings because people were giving the promoters trouble, saying they were bringing killers into their town." The fallout from these events left him feeling disheartened, stating, "You took everything from me for 3 years. There was no possibility for me to go out here and make any commercial money with my name." Despite these setbacks, Hurricane Chris remains determined to reclaim his place in the music industry. He continues to create and release music, reflecting resilience in the face of adversity. His current estimated net worth is around $300,000, a significant decrease from his earlier days of financial success, but he remains hopeful for a resurgence. On a personal note, Hurricane Chris is also a father to a son, born in 2013. He has kept much of his family life private, but it's clear that he values his role as a parent and strives to provide a better future for his child. As he looks to the future, Hurricane Chris is ready to put the past behind him and make a comeback that could bring back the good vibes of his early hits. J-Kwon. Born Gerald C. Jones on March 28, 1985 in St. Louis, Missouri, J-Kwon is an American rapper best known for his infectious 2004 hit single, Tipsy. At 38 years old, he has navigated the highs and lows of the music industry, leaving an indelible mark on hip-hop. Emerging from a challenging upbringing, J-Kwon first captured the spotlight while signed to So Def Recordings. His debut album, Hood Hop, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart, riding high on the success of Tipsy, which also reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Tipsy resonated with a wide audience, and J-Kwon became a household name. He recalled the song's impact, stating, "I got any kind of endorsement you thinking about. I'm recording a song for Pepsi. You know how many people come up to me and say, 'Bro, that song took me through high school? That song just took me through my life?'" His catchy tracks had fans singing along, and the young artist was poised for a promising future. However, fame came with its complications. In the midst of his rising career, J-Kwon faced a significant personal issue. A woman falsely accused him of fathering her child. Despite his efforts to clear his name, including hiring multiple lawyers and requesting a DNA test, he was financially burdened for 7 years, paying child support for a child that was not his. After finally receiving a blood test that confirmed he was not the father, J-Kwon expressed his frustration. "They finally awarded me a blood test, so for 7 years, basically, I was just paying somebody else's child support." Such emotional and financial strain undoubtedly took a toll on his well-being. As if personal challenges weren't enough, J-Kwon's professional life took a hit when So Def Recordings abruptly shut down, leaving him adrift in an industry that can be unforgiving. Despite his initial success, the subsequent years saw him struggling to regain his footing in a music landscape that was rapidly changing. Over the years, he released several projects, including Louisville Slugger in 2005 and Hood Hop 2 in 2009, with the latter featuring the single Louis Bounce, I Smacked Nikki. In 2010, he released his self-titled album J-Kwon. Despite these efforts, the momentum from his early hits was difficult to recapture. Adding to the mystery surrounding his career, J-Kwon made headlines in early 2010 when he was reported missing by his record label, Gracie Entertainment. Fortunately, he later confirmed to MTV News that he was alive and well, quelling concerns about his disappearance. In June 2013, he even made a comeback with a diss track titled Pushing the Odds, directed at Odd Future and Pusha T. Today, J-Kwon's estimated net worth is around $500,000, a testament to both his past successes and the challenges he has faced in the music industry. His journey from a young boy expelled from his home at age 12 to becoming a celebrated artist is a story of resilience. Despite a troubled childhood that saw him sleeping in cars and enduring hardship, J-Kwon's passion for music and his determination to succeed have propelled him forward. As he continues to navigate the industry, J-Kwon remains a symbol of tenacity. He is not merely a one-hit wonder. Instead, he embodies the struggles and triumphs of an artist striving to reclaim his place in hip-hop. B.G. born Christopher N. Dorsey on September 3, 1980, in New Orleans, Louisiana, B.G., also known as Baby Gangsta, rose from a troubled youth to become a respected figure in the hip-hop scene. His journey began at just 12 years old when he signed a record deal in 1993 as a member of the Hot Boys, alongside fellow New Orleans native Lil Wayne and other label mates. B.G. was the youngest in the group, yet he quickly made a name for himself with his raw talent and unique style. The Hot Boys released 3 albums, garnering significant attention and commercial success. As a solo artist, BG released 5 albums, one of which achieved platinum status. He produced hits like Bling Bling, It's Not My Fault, and What Happened to That Boy, solidifying his place in hip-hop history. His lyrics, often reflecting his tumultuous life experiences, were unapologetically raw and real. He once remarked, "People calling my name everywhere." However, BG's life has been marked by legal troubles that have overshadowed his musical accomplishments. In November 2009, he was arrested during a traffic stop in New Orleans when police discovered 3 firearms in his vehicle, 2 of which were stolen. The incident occurred shortly after he left the home of his girlfriend, leading to charges of illegal carrying of weapons. Following a series of court appearances, BG pleaded not guilty, but later accepted a plea deal in December 2011, resulting in a conviction for 2 counts of possession of a firearm and conspiracy to obstruct justice. His legal issues escalated, culminating in a 14-year federal prison sentence handed down in July 2012 for firearm possession. BG was incarcerated for over a decade, enduring the harsh realities of prison life while grappling with the consequences of his actions. He was released on September 5, 2023, after serving 11 years of his sentence. Upon his release, BG was placed on probation and required to have all future songs approved by the U.S. government as a condition of his supervised release. Despite his challenges, BG remains a significant figure in the rap community. His estimated net worth is around $500,000, a reflection of both his previous successes and the impact of his legal troubles. At 44 years old, he is looking to re-establish himself in the music industry. He recently faced additional legal scrutiny when he performed at a concert in Las Vegas alongside Gucci Mane and Lil Boozy, prompting questions about his compliance with probation rules. In a statement regarding his profession, he defended his artistic identity, stating, "I'm a rapper. That is my profession." BG's resilience and determination to return to music signal his desire to move beyond his past and reconnect with his fans. Lil Zayn, born Zane Copeland Jr. On July 25, 1982, Lil Zayn burst onto the music scene in the late 1990s, quickly becoming a prominent figure in hip-hop. With a style that blended youthful exuberance and lyrical prowess, Zayn's flow bore a striking resemblance to that of Tupac Shakur, earning him recognition as a teen idol. He was a staple on shows like MTV Cribs, living a glamorous lifestyle that many dreamed of. But as swiftly as he rose to fame, Zayn's career experienced an abrupt halt. After the release of his debut album, Young World The Future, in 2000, which featured the hit single Callin' Me, Lil Zayn found himself navigating the turbulent waters of the music industry. The album debuted at number 165 on the Billboard 200 and peaked at number 25, selling nearly 490,000 copies over time. However, behind the scenes, things were beginning to unravel. Lil Zayn candidly reflects on the challenges he faced during this period, particularly regarding management and label issues. "I didn't have proper management," he shared, recalling how a series of label mergers stifled his momentum. "I was on Priority Records, then they merged with Capitol, and then EMI bought them out. I got caught up in that with no management coming off a successful first album. It was frustrating to see other artists moving forward while I was left in limbo." In the early 2000s, Zayn made an attempt to pivot his career toward acting, which seemed promising. However, he faced further setbacks when one of his agents became embroiled in a scandal, forcing him to reassess his priorities. "It was just a lot going on," he admitted. "I had to reevaluate what I wanted because I was a wild boy back then." Zayn's early passion for music was sparked at the age of 10, inspired by groups like Another Bad Creation and Criss Cross. He formed a group called Chronic, signed to RCA Records, but after their dissolution he began performing at local Atlanta talent shows. By 1999, he was touring with the R&B group 112 while working on his music. After releasing the Big Zayn Theory in 2003, which marked his transition from Lil Zayn to simply Zayn, he encountered disappointing sales and chose to take a hiatus from music. During this time, he established his own label, 3 Mill Entertainment, and announced plans for a new album under the radar, but it was never released. In 2008, Zayn returned with Tha Return, but the album failed to achieve significant commercial success. Despite these challenges, he remained active in the industry, releasing new singles and mixtapes over the years. His 2010 appearance at the 10-year anniversary of 106 & Park signaled his continued relevance in the hip-hop community. At 42 years old, Lil Zayn continues to navigate the complexities of the entertainment industry, now with an estimated net worth of $2.5 million. Despite his ups and downs, he retains a loyal fan base that still remembers his classic tracks. While Zayn's journey has been fraught with obstacles, he remains hopeful for the future. As he considers releasing new music, fans can only wait to see what this talented artist has in store next. Petey Pablo. Born Moses Barrett III on July 22, 1973 in Greenville, North Carolina, Petey Pablo emerged as one of the most recognizable figures in early 2000 hip-hop. Known for his energetic flow and infectious hits, he captivated audiences with his debut single, Raise Up, which showcased his undeniable talent and charisma. This track, produced by the legendary Timbaland, propelled him into the limelight, peaking at number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100. His first album, Diary of a Sinner, first entry, released in 2001, not only debuted at number 13 on the Billboard 200, but was also certified gold by the RIAA, cementing his status as a rising star in the music industry. Following the success of his debut album, Petey Pablo received a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album in 2003, although he ultimately lost to Eminem's The Eminem Show. His sophomore album, Still Writing in My Diary, second entry, released in 2004, featured the massive hit Freak a Leak, which became his signature song, climbing to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album itself peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and was certified gold, further solidifying his foothold in the music scene. He also gained widespread recognition for his contribution to Ciara's chart-topping single, Goodies. Despite his early success, Petey's career faced significant challenges. In 2006, he took a hiatus from music to care for his ailing mother. Unfortunately, the challenges continued to mount. He filed for bankruptcy and faced prison time for firearms possession, followed by the devastating loss of his mother. In total, he filed for bankruptcy twice. In 2010, after parting ways with Jive Records, Petey established his own independent label, Carolina Music Group, and released a single titled Go, produced by Timbaland. However, his journey took another turbulent turn in September 2010 when he was arrested at Raleigh-Durham International Airport for attempting to carry a stolen firearm onto a flight. In 2011, he was sentenced to 35 months in prison, a period during which he continued to create music, releasing the mixtape Carolina No. 1 while incarcerated. Petey was released early in March 2014 and quickly sought to reintegrate into the music industry. In late 2015, he released Never Imagined, followed by Carolina Colors, a single that garnered attention during the 2016 NFC Championship game. In addition to his musical endeavors, Petey Pablo has also made a mark in the acting world. He appeared in the 2002 film Drumline, showcasing his talent as a performer. His acting credits include a guest spot in the critically acclaimed series The Shield and a role in Just Another Day. In 2015, he played Clyde in an episode of the hit show Empire, performing the song Snitch Bitch alongside Terrence Howard's character. Petey Pablo's personal life is marked by both triumphs and tribulations. His commitment to family has been a guiding force in his life, especially during challenging times. Despite the setbacks, he remains hopeful for the future and is eager to share new music with his fans, continuing to carve out a path in both the music and acting industries. By the time he turned 51 in 2024, Petey Pablo was eager to make a comeback. With an estimated net worth of $1 million, he had not completely given up on music and promised fans that new material was on the way. I sat back and learned, kept my mouth closed, kept my eyes and ears open. I learned for the first year that I was with him, and that's what made me musically inclined when it came to recording, he explained. Jibbs. Jovan Campbell, better known by his stage name Jibbs, was born on November 13, 1990, in St. Louis, Missouri. Coming from a family of musicians, it was only natural for Jibbs to dive into the world of hip-hop. His older brother, DJ Beats, was already making waves in the industry, collaborating with well-known St. Louis artists like Nelly and Chingy. Inspired by his brother's success, Jibbs began rapping at a young age. At just 15 years old, Jibbs burst onto the scene with his debut single, Chain Hang Low, which was released in 2006. The track quickly gained popularity, becoming the most downloaded rap song in August of that year. It peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, solidifying his status as a rising star. Jibbs' catchy rhymes, combined with his signature swag, captivated audiences and showcased his youthful energy. Following the success of Chain Hang Low, Jibbs signed with Geffen Records and released his self-titled debut album, Jibbs Feat. Jibbs, on October 24, 2006. The album included another single, King Kong, featuring Chamillionaire, which also charted on the Billboard Hot 100, though it didn't achieve the same level of success as his debut hit. In 2007, Jibbs toured with Bow Wow and Lloyd on the Price of Fame tour, further increasing his visibility in the hip-hop scene. However, as he navigated the ups and downs of the music industry, Jibbs faced a decline in inspiration and motivation, which affected his output. In a candid reflection on his career, he stated, "The reason I do what I do, the reason I'm trying to come change the game, 'cause ain't nobody been inspiring me lately, like everybody been coming with the same thing. So I'm trying to come with something a little different, change it up a little bit so I can inspire others." By 2012, Jibbs released a free album titled Back to the American Dream, but it did not achieve the commercial success of his earlier work. Over the years, Jibbs seemed to disappear from the mainstream music scene, leading many to wonder about the fate of the young rapper who once dominated the charts. While his absence from the spotlight might be attributed to a lack of inspiration and evolving artistic vision, he remains a nostalgic figure for those who enjoyed his catchy hooks and infectious beats. As of now, Jibbs is 33 years old and continues to navigate the complexities of the music industry. His journey serves as a reminder of the challenges artists face in staying relevant amidst changing musical landscapes. Although his net worth is estimated to be around $500,000, he continues to hold hope for a possible return to music, looking to find the inspiration that might reignite his passion for hip-hop. Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire, born Hakeem Siriki on November 28, 1979 in Washington, D.C., grew up in Houston, Texas, where he first developed a passion for music. As a young rapper, he took inspiration from the thriving Southern hip-hop scene, ultimately rising to fame in the early 2000s. Chamillionaire's talent was evident from a young age, and he gained recognition for his clever lyrics and unique flow. Chamillionaire's career took off with the release of his 2005 mixtape, Mixtape Messiah, which featured an astonishing 61 tracks and showcased his lyrical prowess. He captured mainstream attention with the single Ridin', featuring Crazy Bone, which became a cultural phenomenon and topped the Billboard Hot 100 in 2006. The song not only celebrated Southern hip-hop culture, but also addressed issues like police brutality, making Chamillionaire one of the early voices in hip-hop to tackle social justice topics. Despite his early success, Chamillionaire experienced the darker side of the music industry. In a candid reflection, he shared that many artists, including himself, often face financial pitfalls due to the way the industry operates. The state of the music industry is designed to rip off an artist. That's what I believe. The first person that told me this was Nelly. He told me, you got to learn how to do this thing called an audit. This revelation led Chamillionaire to hire an auditor who uncovered over $600,000 that had been hidden from him by his record label, highlighting a common struggle for artists who often find themselves at the mercy of a flawed system. As of now, Chamillionaire is 44 years old and boasts a current net worth of approximately $50 million. His wealth primarily stems from strategic investments in technology and entrepreneurship. He founded his own record label, Chamillionaire Entertainment, and has ventured into tech investments. Chamillionaire's personal life is equally intriguing. He is a proud father announcing the birth of his son, Xavier, on May 14, 2010. He has expressed that his son's name means new house, symbolizing a fresh start and hope for the future. Although a Texas native, Chamillionaire has long been an ardent supporter of the Los Angeles Lakers, asserting, "I know a few people think I'm on the bandwagon because the Lakers are a hot team, but I was on the Lakers when people wasn't really rooting for them." In June 2010, Chamillionaire faced a financial setback when his third mortgage property was foreclosed. He publicly explained that he had given the property back to the bank after investing over $2 million in it, deeming it a bad investment that was never worth the financial burden. Chamillionaire's journey in the music industry has not been without drama. In 2004, a feud erupted with fellow Houston rapper Paul Wall following an altercation involving Chamillionaire's younger brother, Rasak Sariki. The incident created tension in their previously tight-knit group, the Color Changin' Clique. Chamillionaire later released a diss track titled Go Head, expressing his disappointment in Wall. However, after years of distance and misunderstanding, the two reconciled in 2010, touring together and emphasizing their growth as artists and individuals. Chamillionaire reflected, "It's not like today we just stopped beefing. We stopped beefing a long time ago, but nobody believed us." Although Chamillionaire may not be topping charts like he once did, his influence on Southern hip-hop remains undeniable. His ability to navigate the complexities of the music business and turn challenges into opportunities demonstrates his resilience. Slim Thug. Slim Thug, born Stave Jerome Thomas on September 8, 1980, in Houston, Texas, is a prominent figure in the Southern hip-hop scene. Standing tall at 6 feet 6 inches, 198 centimeters, Slim Thug is often recognized for both his stature and his signature style, embodying the essence of Southern swagger. His debut album, already platinum, released in 2005, went platinum and solidified his status in the music industry, featuring collaborations with megastars like Beyoncé and Gwen Stefani. Tracks like Still Tippin' became anthems in clubs and cars across the nation. During his early career, Slim Thug enjoyed the trappings of success: fancy cars, luxurious homes, and enough bling to make even Mr. T jealous. He was living the dream, with his music dominating airwaves and playlists. In 2010, Slim Thug made headlines for controversial remarks about the treatment of black men by women of various backgrounds. In a Vibe interview, he stated, "It's hard to find a successful black man, so black women have to bow down and let it be known that they gotta start working hard. They gotta start cooking and being down for they man more. White women treat they man like a king." These comments sparked varied reactions from commentators and celebrities alike, including Talib Kweli and Mark Lamont Hill. Interestingly, Slim Thug's life story served as an inspiration for Lupe Fiasco's video, Hip Hop Saved My Life. However, unlike many artists who make dramatic exits or public feuds, Slim Thug's disappearance from the mainstream scene was subtle. It was as if he faded away like a ringtone on a flip phone. Some speculate that the changing landscape of rap may have outpaced him, or that he simply prefers a quieter life away from the limelight. Nonetheless, his contributions to hip-hop, especially in Southern rap, remain significant. At 44 years old, Slim Thug has amassed an estimated net worth of $2 million. While he may not be dominating the charts today, his savvy business acumen and ability to adapt have allowed him to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. His personal life is a mix of a passion for music and a focus on health. He is an avid runner and credits his fitness journey for significant weight loss and improved health. Coolio. You can't help but remember Coolio as he walks through the valley of the shadow of death, taking a look at his life while rocking those gravity-defying locks and dropping tunes that could make even your grandma nod her head. Coolio's story is like a rap verse that takes a few unexpected turns. It started strong, fizzled out in the middle, and left us scratching our heads by the end. He was everywhere, on MTV jams, strutting his stuff at award shows, and even running his own clothing line. But as the 2000s rolled in, bringing with it low-rise jeans as the new must-have, Coolio began to fade faster than a black t-shirt in the summer sun. Coolio once shared his thoughts about how the industry treated him. "I never had anyone come at me directly and say, 'We want you to join us.' That just never happened. But I've had people approach me with some weird ideas telling me I should do this or that. I was like, what? That makes no sense. To me, that felt inhumane. I could never do that." Maybe that's why Coolio's career took a nosedive into obscurity. He wouldn't be part of a certain movement. The cause of death for the Grammy-winning rapper, who was just 59 years old, was revealed when he was found unresponsive at a friend's home in Los Angeles last September. His family learned that he died from a fentanyl overdose. Regardless of how his story ended, Coolio was undeniably a legend who made a lasting impact on rap culture. Fame can be fleeting. The roar of the crowd that seems deafening today can quickly turn silent tomorrow as a new star takes the stage. That's the bittersweet beauty and harsh reality of fame. Gorilla Zoe. Back in the early 2000s, Gorilla Zoe was ruling the trap scene. His track, Hood Rick, was a staple on every mixtape, and his flow was tighter than Fort Knox security. Collaborations? Absolutely. Album sales? You bet. The future looked brighter than the sun, until suddenly, crickets. In February 2010, Gorilla Zoe made waves by dropping a mixtape every single day on datpiff.com, a popular mixtape site. He also released an EP titled I Am Atlanta 3 and collaborated on a mixtape with QU1K, a member of the group Diverse City. On June 14, 2011, he released his third solo album, King Kong. While it didn't achieve the same level of success as his earlier projects, it still made its mark by debuting at number 56 on the Billboard 200 and selling 10,300 copies in its first week. The album received a 3.5-star rating from AllMusic. One of the singles from the album, What's Going On, came out on December 14, 2010, and peaked at number 99 on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop Songs chart. After taking a 2-year break, Gorilla Zoe returned on May 6, 2014, with a new mixtape titled Recovery. This release marked a new chapter for him, as it was announced that he had signed with rapper Flo Rida's label, International Music Group. In July 2018, he dropped his first single as an independent artist, titled Fat Jesus, signaling a fresh start and new direction in his career. And then, Gorilla Zoe just vanished. Young Dro. You remember that infectious jam that had everyone hunching over like question marks on the dance floor? Young Dro, the voice behind it, seemed destined for stardom. He had the flow, the charisma, and the lyrics to match. He was on the brink of becoming a rap superstar, the next big thing in the game. But then, something changed. Dro started appearing less on T.I.'s albums, and his solo projects fizzled out faster than a wet matchstick. Before we knew it, young Dro became yesterday's news. Reflecting on his past, he once said, "You know, we sold drugs, and I was thinking, how are our drugs going for 20s out here?" It was a different scene. We had our clout. Our bags of weed were something else. People noticed we were different. They were like, "Those boys never got it." But we were just from a town where mediocrity was the norm, struggling with morphine addiction due to a gunshot injury and navigating a tough neighborhood that seemed designed against us. Sadly, those challenges took a toll on his career, leading to a significant setback. Cassidy, remember Cassidy? With that smooth flow and those two-step moves back in the day that had you second-guessing your own dance skills? Born Barry Adrian Reese, he had bars sharper than a barber's blade and could hold his own against anyone in the rap game. He was collaborating with some of the biggest names in hip-hop and was absolutely on fire. He once expressed his frustration, saying, "Y'all, now he's talking to me, so I'm back mad again. I'm thinking about all the things they're saying on the radio. I'm thinking about how he's talking right now, and I'm like, yo, this is disrespecting me. What are you talking about? He keeps talking about his artist and how they could take me out, and I'm like, man, I would destroy any of them. I don't care who you call over here." So now, I'm feeling a little heated, a little angry, with a frown on my face. But then, things started to take a turn. Between the legendary Jay-Z diss battles and those oversized jerseys, Cassidy's career faced some setbacks. He dealt with prison time, a serious car accident, and a switch in record labels, which all contributed to a rocky path. Now at 42 years old, he's bounced back with an estimated net worth of $7 million, proving that while the road was tough, he still has a solid presence in the game. Who's your favorite rapper from our list? Is there anyone you'd love to see included in our part 2? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.